Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another week of virtual preschool. I am so glad that you have decided to join me for circle time today. All right, let's figure out what day of the week it is. The last day of school we had was Thursday. Yes, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So today is Tuesday. Yes, so let's move that rainbow arrow up to Tuesday. And who remembers the name of our month? Yes, February. Let's go ahead and count those numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and what comes next? 15. Yes, so let's figure out our pattern. Heart, mailbox, mailbox. Heart, mailbox, mailbox. Yes, so we have a number 15 with a mailbox on it. That was yesterday, the 4's class day, so we need to do one more. 13, 14, 15. What comes next? 16, and let's figure out the pattern. Heart, mailbox, mailbox. Heart, mailbox, mailbox. Heart. Yes, so we have a number 16 with a heart on it. All right. So let's say the whole date. Today is Tuesday, February 16th, 2021. All right, so now we need to look out the window and see what the weather is like at your house. When you look out the window, is it partly cloudy, cloudy, sunny, windy, rainy, stormy, or snowy? All right, now you need to step out the door to feel the temperature. Does it feel burning hot, hot, warm, cool, cold, or freezing cold? And remember to have your mom or dad or grandma and grandpa look up on their weather app to tell you what the number is of the temperature. All right, so this week I am so excited because we are going to be talking all about dinosaurs. And I know lots of kids really enjoy talking about dinosaurs. So let's see what our book is. Now this book was so big that I couldn't even fit it in the mystery envelope, so I have it, it's just a little too big. So I have it hiding behind the mystery envelope. So let's pull it up and see what it is. It's a pretty big book. All right, so this is called If Dinosaurs Lived in My Town. Now we all know dinosaurs don't live in our town, right? Dinosaurs are extinct. That means they have all died off a long, long time ago. So we have never seen a real dinosaur before, only fossils and things like that. So this is kind of a fun and silly book about what it might look like if there were dinosaurs in our town. All right? So here we go. And this will also say this book has, let me show you. I'm only going to be reading the big words. There's lots of these little facts over here. And so feel free to, you could either borrow this from the library, or when I hold it up like this, you could pause the video so that you could have mom or dad or grandma and grandpa read to you those little sections that have lots of different facts about the dinosaurs, okay? But I don't want to read them all to you because that would probably take quite a while, and I don't think everyone wants to do that. So I'm just going to read the big words. If dinosaurs lived in my town, and we see some kids climbing up on top of what I think is a stegosaurus. And we'll see that picture later in the book too. If Corythosaurus lived in my town, she could be a crossing guard. If let's see, I am trying to make sure I get these pronounced right. Rhamphorhynchus lived in my town, we would catch the most fish. If a Bamburaptor lived in my town, he could live in his own house in the backyard. Look at the little, it looks like a dog house. It says Bambi on it. If a Stegosaurus lived in my town, we could climb on her plates just like a jungle gym. So there's the picture from the front of the book. If a Tyrannosaurus Rex lived in my town, he would take a lot of cleaning up after. And there you see a garbage truck. They have to help clean up after the Tyrannosaurus Rex. If a Parasaurolophus lived in my town, he could join our marching band. If a, Leoplorodon lived in my town, she could swim with the whales in the aquarium for exercise. If a Maiasaura lived in my town, then having a babysitter would be so much more fun. So from what I read in those little facts over there, that's because a Maiasaura is a very caring dinosaur, a peaceful dinosaur. If a Giganotosaurus lived in my town, he would need a really big toothbrush. That is very true. Look at those big teeth. If a Tabosaurus lived in my town, he and his cousin Tyrannosaurus Rex could have a hamburger eating contest. If a Styracosaurus lived in my town, she would have a huge birthday cake just to hold all of the candles. And she's already wearing a party hat. If a Velociraptor lived in my town, we could play catch, but he'd have to be careful that his claws didn't pop the ball. If a pterodon lived in my town, we could go hand gliding. Doesn't that look like fun? Not for me, but maybe for you. I am not a hand gliding type of teacher. If Ornithomimus lived in my town, he'd win every race. Ornithomimus must be very fast. If a Supersaurus lived in my town, she could help build houses. If a Talururus lived in my town, he could hit a home run every time because of that big tail with that kind of ball on the end there. It'd be easy to hit balls with, huh? If a Therizinosaurus lived in my town, she would have the biggest eggs in the barnyard. Boy, that dinosaur looks sort of like a chicken, doesn't it? Sort of. If a Deinonychus lived in my town, he could be a spaghetti chef. If a Brachiosaurus lived in my town, she would bring back supersized vacation pictures. Look at that. She's as tall as some of those big buildings and mountains. If Pachycephalosaurus lived in my town, he could come biking with us and he wouldn't need a helmet. Look at that. Because he's got kind of like a built-in helmet on his head. If Torosaurus lived in my town, we could use him as a chair and have the best view of the fireworks. Wouldn't that be something? If Patinosaurus lived in my town, we wouldn't have bird feeders, we'd have tiny dino feeders. If Coelophysis lived in my town, he could go into space. Oh wait, one of them already has. So, I read this part over here. And so apparently a Coelophysis has a skull was found, and they actually brought it up to space in a space shuttle. So that's what that's talking about. The skull of this dinosaur went up to space. A Euoplocephalus, if a Euoplocephalus lived in my town, he would break a piñata with one swipe of his tail. I can see why. Look at that. Another one of those dinosaurs with a big kind of ball on the end of their tail. If Cryolophysis lived in my town, she could be a circus star. If Leoinosaura lived in my town, we could read together in the dark. Aww. If dinosaurs lived in my town, we would need a bigger town. That is the truth. Do you think the things that the dinosaurs were doing in this book would really be what the dinosaurs would do if they lived in your town? I don't think so either. I think this is just a really fun little book. I think it would be completely different if people actually lived with dinosaurs. All right, so let me show you what I have today. So we have some cutting strips here. All right, so there are some straight line cutting strips. So you'd cut all the way up and stop at the dinosaur, and there are some zigzag cutting strips. So you would cut on the zigzag up and stop at the dinosaur. All right. I'm realizing I should probably do one more thing that's on the floor over there. This is a little dinosaur fact book for you. It's called Dinosaurs. You can write your name on the inside here. It says this book belongs to. You can write your name. And then on each page, it has a picture of a dinosaur. It tells you the name of the dinosaur, here and here. You could trace it if you want. And then there's some facts for mom or dad or grandma or grandpa to read to you about that dinosaur. That way, if you don't have a dinosaur book at home, you can find out about some dinosaurs with this book. All right? So there's those things. Then we also have some dinosaur sorting. Okay, in your packet, it looks like this. You're going to pull off the paper clip, and you have a little strip like this that has pictures of dinosaurs and other animals. On here it says sorting. Over here it says dinosaur. Over here it says not a dinosaur. And you could have your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or you draw a little picture of a dinosaur here so it reminds you that this is where the dinosaurs go. This is where the not dinosaurs go. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is write your name. There's a little spot for your name, Miss Mika. Then you're going to cut this strip that's in there in half on the dotted line. right, and then you have these 2 strips now. Now you gotta cut those each apart on the dotted lines. All right, so they're all separated, the dinosaurs and the not dinosaurs. And always remember to keep your thumb up when you are cutting. All right, so now I'm gonna sort these. All right, so look here, I have a picture of, it looks like a cat. Is a cat a dinosaur? No. So we have to put some glue on the back of the cat and put that under the side that says not a dinosaur. Oops. All right, there it is, not a dinosaur. All right, let's see here. This looks like a long neck dinosaur to me. So is that a dinosaur? Yes. That one is a dinosaur. So we're gonna put some glue on that one and stick that on the side that says dinosaur. So we have a dinosaur and not a dinosaur. So you will sort all of the little cards that you cut into dinosaur or not a dinosaur. All right? Okay, so we've done these before, these little roll and graph activities. And this is the same way, all right? I didn't put this one together this time, but you'll cut this out, have mom or dad or grandma or grandpa do this part. Cut it out, put it together, then you're gonna roll it just like the other times. And every time you land on a dinosaur, you color a rectangle in, and whichever one gets to the top first is the winner. Just the same as the other ones we've done, okay? And I'm gonna grab one more thing to show you here because I don't wanna have, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, yeah, no, we'll not. We'll do the rest of them next time. I'm just trying to figure out time. All right, so I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will see some of you today at 10:30 for small group, all right? And I will see the rest of you on Thursday for small group, all right? Bye, everyone.